Welcome to After Dark at the FixOps Roundtable, featuring Katrina Ness, Vanessa Collins, and Ted Ings. This episode is brought to you by BG Products, partners beyond products. And now for your hosts, Ted Ings, Vanessa Collins, and Katrina Ness.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Monday, and welcome to the FixOps Roundtable's After Dark show. Today, I am joined by my peer at Northwood University, Katrina Ness, Ted Ings, and our very special guest, Owen Moon.
Good evening.
Owen, good evening. A great honor to welcome you, Owen Moon, to the After Dark show.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. Great being here. Excited. 1 week till the roundtable, so it's coming quick, right?
It's coming quick, Owen. So, Vanessa and Katrina, thank you for all that you're doing and all the hard work behind the scenes that Michelle is doing and many others to make all this happen. So, Owen, this is not your first FixOps Roundtable, is it?
No, in fact, we were talking about that earlier today. First one was in 2019 when I flew all the way out to Beverly Hills and told everyone about Sleepy Stan and kind of kicked off my my FixOps Roundtable experiences. So they've just been kind of getting better ever since. So
you're bringing Sleepy Stan back to the roundtable?
Maybe someday. Not this time. Not this time. So.
Okay. Well, congratulations to you. FixOps Digital is now called TradePending, and we're going to find out more about that tonight. Before we do, Katrina, if you wouldn't mind, tell us when is the show and how do we get because people keep asking Katrina how they get tickets. I can't believe it, but some people still don't know.
Of course. So our big event is starting in a week from today, January 29th through February 1st. You can get your complimentary tickets at fixopsroundtable.com. So just type that into your search bar and you can figure it out from there. Or you can watch one of Vanessa's videos that she's done where she will very easily show you exactly how to get your tickets on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. They'll be right there. But definitely get your tickets now. It's coming up fast.
Yep. FixOpsRoundtable.com. Everybody get them this week because we start the texting platform on Friday. So you want to be in before Friday at 3:00 Eastern time. I've been texting people all day to get their free tickets. And Vanessa, I think somehow we got to get Katrina to do one of those videos on how to get tickets, because there still is a big need on how to do that. So there we go.
Yes,
Here's Tony Owens.
Sure.
So good. All right. Welcome, everybody coming in. So Timothy Wilson is here. And, of course, Sarah Van Tyne. Yeah. Hey, Sarah. Sarah's all over the show, Owen.
Lady Sarah.
I saw the posts. She's back on the horse this weekend, too.
Oh, nice. Hopefully it was nice for her. It's been cold everywhere. So,
yeah. I think she made the remark that the cold weather is better than the extreme heat, that they sometimes have. So
I believe that.
Anyway. So good stuff. And here he is. We're just talking about Jeremy Stevens a little while ago. So
hey, Jeremy.
So people coming in and the great Sean Kingery is here as well. Hey, Sean. So thank you for all you do for our industry. So Owen, here we go. And
yes,
you got a segment coming up at the roundtable. What's it about?
Yeah, I'm just going to talk a little bit about sort of the state of, the automotive industry, about fixed operations, and you really how to turn your dealership into a service marketing machine. Starts at your website, making sure that you've got enough information for consumers. And then obviously that carries through into processes, using video to help, get your information across to customers when they're, in the service lane. And then, that sort of that acquisition, after the sale or after service of potentially, acquiring those vehicles out of the service lane. As we know, it's been getting tougher to, use the auctions and things like that. So more and more dealers are embracing the service lane as a way to, find that inventory. So kind of that full circle. And obviously that's one of the cool things about TradePending is that, they've got technology and solutions that kind of handle all of those. And so it's great to kind of be a part of that team and kind of how we fit into that whole ecosystem. So.
So Katrina, Tony told me that he got approval from you for the nickname. I want to know, first of all, if that's true, and if that's the correct nickname, Hurricane Katrina.
Yes, it is. He said I'm taking FixOps by storm. So
Nice.
and I love the new name. Tony has nicknames for everyone, for those of you that don't know. So me and Vanessa said that we need nicknames. So it's in the works.
I guess Vanessa's next, right? So
yes, she is.
Steve Apicella, great to speak to you today, my friend. So thank you as well for all you do for the industry. Great work at your dealer experience. So keep it up and bringing FixOps and Variable together. So Owen, the ladies have some questions for you tonight on all the digital work you've been doing and are about to do. And congratulations, you've crushed the threshold before the acquisition. How many dealers FixOps Digital? What are you up to?
Yeah, we were right around that 800, 820, and we're right in there right now. I mean, the last 90 days have really been more about us integrating departments and things like that. And kind of gearing up for this year. Everybody kind of went us a little sleepy around Christmas and New Year's, but I love the fact that we're kind of kicking off 2024 with a bang, and getting excited for some of the conferences that are coming up and things like that. And so our team is really poised here to have a big year, and I'm excited to kind of see how it all comes together for everybody. Hey, what's up, Earl?
You know Earl, right?
Oh yeah, Earl's a great guy.
So Sticks, I gotta make a request to you. I know you're going to NADA. I want to make sure, Sticks, that you meet up with Owen. All right, he's going to have 2 booths there. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But Earl, if you could also be sure to meet up with Katrina and Vanessa, they're going to be there as well. And Earl, if you could bring some of those drumsticks with you, I think that would make everybody's day. And he does a great marketing job. They call him Sticks because he's not just a golfer; he's a drummer, and you'll see why at the big.
Yeah, I've got my custom set that Earl sent me a while ago, so I appreciate that, Earl.
Yeah. So, ladies, all yours.
Stop it, Jordan.
So your platform is called Spark. What is it and how does it work?
Yeah, so interesting enough, when we started FixOps Digital, the whole idea was that when we went to the websites on the dealership side, there was really not a lot of information about the service side of the business, right? Whether it's service, parts, tires, accessories, collision, kind of those main profit centers. And so we really kind of kicked the door down and said, hey, let's try to figure out how we can get more of that information online. So when consumers go to the website, they have all that information. And what we really saw early was that there was a real need to create software to help kind of manage all those service offers. And so we created Spark. We called it Drive Service Specials first, and then rebranded it here earlier in 2023. But the whole idea behind it is just to provide a really, really simple, easy to use piece of software to help service directors manage that side of the business. Most service directors, obviously don't get into the website very much. They're not techie into terms of building websites, right? That's a whole nother skill set. And so, what we really wanted to do is make it easy for service managers, FixOps directors alike to be able to manage that part of the business. And so that's kind of why we started it. Then what ended up happening is I started to get a lot of feedback from our dealer base, and really realized that because it was software and because it was a software driven product, we were able to do a lot of really neat things with it, like integrate with repair financing, really bring in video and some really great call to actions that are for the digital customer. Most of what we were seeing was, people were trying to print coupons, and not a lot of people were printing them, but that was kind of the only option that we were seeing, from your out of the box website solution. So we really built this thing as kind of a first of its kind. No one has really done anything quite like this with the kind of integrations that we've done. And all of those integrations and features that come with Spark are really built by our customers, by our dealers that were giving me feedback on what was the challenges that they were looking for. And so yeah, it was great to kind of be a part of that, and to really kind of be a first to market for a solution that helps promote the different profit centers inside the dealership's business. So
awesome.
Yeah, I knew a couple of things with that too, and that just to kind of piggyback what Sean's saying, kind of that set it and forget it mentality, right? They don't have to worry about it every day. They don't have to say, "Oh man, what am I doing for specials this month?" A lot of also what's happening, and this is sort of it's been I think the last couple of years I've noticed it a lot more is the OEMs are starting to get involved a little more, right? They're starting to mandate what types of things you can put on the website, what the pictures look like, make sure that you're in compliance. And so our platform is compliant with all the different OEMs. And so, the dealer doesn't have to worry about getting a strike, they call it, or getting a flag for, being out of compliance, right? Having the wrong fonts or the wrong pictures or the wrong, the wrong verbiage and things like that. So yeah, it's definitely something that every dealership should have. Our biggest mission is just to get in front of more stores because they don't kind of know they need it until they start to kind of dig into it and go, oh, this makes a lot of sense. So
Sean Kingery is a client of yours, right, at Kaiser?
Yeah, he was actually at his other group. He was with us, and then when he moved to Kaiser, reached out to me, and we got all of his new stores on, and have been working with us since I think midsummer, right before I went out and
we went
and
up there
him.
together, to the pop-up event.
Yep.
And Earl Sticks Brown, Steve Apicella, I believe, said that he helped create the marketing idea that Sticks uses as well. And by the way, Owen is always in theme, ladies. I showed you this during the green room before we got started.
Yeah.
But Owen, if you don't mind, I got to show that 80s promo.
That's fine.
All right. So here we go. Owen is always dressed for the theme. So this was our 80s theme that we did last May. And we have another one coming up this May. And I look forward to announcing that later next week and finding out what that's all about. But
yeah, that was an expensive chain. I better bring that back.
You could bring that back for this one.
Yeah,
you could. Okay. So anyway, I love all that. So, and a lot of great feedback, folks in the house tonight. Jamie Alexander, first time on the show, coming up. Linda Hansen, thank you so much for all you do. She's right. The special
100%.
Yeah.
Expired or non-existent. We find that a lot when we start talking to dealers, or they're using a discounting strategy, right? I mean, hey, 10% off, $10 off. Those are good for certain offers, but when you look at why people go to the specials page on the website, a lot of times it's somebody that's in a customer pay situation, right? They're out of warranty and they're really looking for answers because they don't want to overpay for service. Nobody wants to overpay for service. And so, what we've really kind of promoted is that, that transparent pricing strategy. And it's actually been adopted by a lot of OEMs now too. And I hear more and more of the OEMs that we're working with really embracing that is let's get our pricing out there so customers know what it is. We may not be the cheapest, but I think we can win with other areas of the business, the people like Sean Butler and Sean Kingery and all the great people at the dealership that this is what they do for a living. Let's highlight those folks and make sure that the customers know that this is the expertise that they're getting when it comes to servicing their vehicles.
Sean Butler, you're in our prayers. It was great to see you yesterday in Manhattan with your little girl. Happy birthday to your daughter, and great to see you and your wife. And we had a good time. My daughter came, and we spent some quality time together. It was cold, Sean Butler, but you made it. You were here, and our prayers again with you, and look forward to hearing some better news. Okay, as we turn the corner here in 24. And Sarah's right. It's fun when everybody dresses up with the theme on.
100%.
So good stuff.
Okay. Another question that we have is what happened to FixOps Digital and why is it now TradePending?
Yeah, so interesting enough, FixOps Digital was acquired by TradePending on October 6th of last year. And it was kind of a 2-year, I guess, courting, or you could say, or 2-year process where we were, in talks with them and kind of came together here in the fall. And I think the reason why they really liked us was because of the Spark software. If you look at TradePending and what they do, their whole mission is simple automotive, right? They want to have products that help consumers that are looking for information and dealerships that have the information. They want to bring those people together. And so they have a trade product, they have a payments product. They've got a lot of really, really unique, I think, products that are in the market. They acquired Snapcell 60 days before us. and then they acquired us. And so I think just getting us kind of fitting into that fixed operations segment without having to go out and build it and learn it and that type of thing, I think really made a lot of sense for them. And so we could be more excited. I mean, obviously we're just kicking off the year here, and I can't believe it's already the end of January, but super excited for the year, and I think it's gonna be a good one. I mean, I love it that NADA is early. That's always good for the dealer base, as they can kind of get their arms wrapped around products and their mission and their strategies, and then execute. Feel like when NADA is in March, late March, like it has been, you kind of have that little lull for those first 60 to 75 days. So
yeah. That's right. Strong one up. Hey, Sean, great seeing you again, and look forward to seeing you again very soon, my friend. So Steve Apicella is here. Steve, I believe that. Yeah, well beyond the one-time transaction. Linda Hansen is talking about the expert on EVs. We're going to have Liza Borges at the next event coming up next week on a whole panel on the future of EVs. It's fascinating. So I'm looking forward to that. I think the ladies want to ask you more about that Snapcell. I don't even know much about Snapcell.
Yeah. So honestly, TradePending, from what you said, it seems like it's been growing exponentially. And so they also bought Snapcell, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And how will that affect the service business?
Yeah. So Snapcell was an acquisition that came 60 days prior to us. And, obviously, as we were in discussions, we were on a call, and they go, well, I do have some news today. We actually just made an acquisition. We're like, wait a minute. You're talking about acquiring us, like, wow, and so what was really cool about it is that there's two sides to their product. So what they are is a communication platform, obviously like a video platform, and there's two sides of it, right? There's the sales side, and then there's the service side. The sales side is very simple, is that it's basically if somebody inquires about a vehicle, a salesperson can use their platform to put together a video, to do a walk around, show them maybe the other examples, talk a little bit about the business, that type of thing. That's all a very solid way for salespeople to gain trust and to show off the inventory. The service side's a little bit different. I mean, obviously, when you have a customer in the service lane, you're always sort of recommending based off the MPI, right? So you've got, these are green, these are good, these are yellow, they could use some attention. Maybe these are a little more serious than some others. Some could wait. And then obviously you got your reds, which are like, hey, these need attention now. The problem is consumers don't always believe it, right? So by putting it on video and having a technician, showing underneath the hood or underneath the car what needs to be done, showing them those different air filters. Here's a new one. Here's your dirty one, Mr. Customer. Can we fix that? That gives them validity, and it really kind of brings it all together. And so I think that was a great acquisition as well, because now you've got a little different product. It's more operational, but it can tie into marketing. And that's kind of what we're looking to do, is bring it kind of all together, for the end consumer, but also then for the dealer on how they utilize these products.
I've had the discussion with Katrina and some with Vanessa as well about the tech videos, how important they are. And we're going to be working on a project on that too, Owen, for the techs to do a better video, because there hasn't been a lot of training for the techs on how to do that. So
it's funny. I do a lot of 20 groups and getting into some digital summits, and I was out at a Lexus one, and they had me speak along with a few other speakers, and one of them was a video product. And so what they did is they had everybody go do their own exercise to go do their videos. And I'll tell you, even some of the general managers that were there and some of the marketing people, it's not something that comes naturally, right? You have to get better at it. And so what I like about the Snapcell product is that it's very easy to use, and it doesn't have all the different bells and whistles. I think sometimes everyone likes to jam everything into a product, and then it becomes kind of like overload. And I think what I like about the Snapcell, from I haven't used it very much. I've just sort of been kind of learning it, but from what it seems to me is it's very easy to use. And I think that's what a technician needs, is something that's easy, that's not overly complicated, but it's still going to be an asset for them. And I think that, again, as they get using it more and more, I remember the first time I was on in front of a camera, I was a wreck, but after a while, it takes a little bit, you get used to it, and then it becomes like second nature. And I think that'll happen for a lot of techs as they started really embracing video.
When you do your segment next week, I think it's Monday afternoon, we talked about that. Can you show a video segment from how you do that, how you have the technician do that, and maybe walk us through that and show us in real time how that works?
Yeah, I've got a couple examples that I planned on bringing with, so I'll make sure that I've got some there for you guys, and that way, anybody that's watching that's maybe just thinking about getting into video, maybe they can see how easy it really is. So,
all right. So Owen Moon is speaking next Monday afternoon, everybody, at the FixOps Roundtable. So stay tuned for that. I feel a promo coming on for that.
maybe.
I feel.
It's all about transparency with the customer and customer service at the end. And if it's easier for the techs to use, then they're going to want to use it more often, and it'll just become not as difficult. And then from there, that leads to better customer service and your customer being happy, and then retention and everything great. Jamie said it above, but transparency and retention. Well,
and also more money, right? And that's, what does Marco say? Go home tired and rich. I mean, rich. That's what we want. Yeah, rich and tired. So that's what we want is less one-line ROs, more consulting, and really showing the value in the dealership and how they can help. Where you go to an independent, you might not get that same level of service, right? You might get what you came in for, and maybe a couple recommendations that are real high level. But some of those late ownership services and stuff, we know that customers are hanging out of their cars longer. They're now over 13 years. It's a lot of different services that maybe a dealership doesn't, typically find themselves doing on a regular basis when you're doing those quicker trade cycles. So,
right.
I just looked at the agenda. Owen speaks at 3:52 p.m. on Monday. So, Owen, is that a pretty exact time or what?
Man, you got him exact there, Ted. Eastern too, right? Eastern, not Central.
Eastern time, 3:52. Yes. Owen Moon at TradePending. By the way, the full agenda is online now at FixOpsRoundtable.com. If you go there, you will see all the speakers, all the times, the panels. They are exact to the minute, and sometimes we even run a minute or two ahead of schedule. But we pride ourselves on that. Okay,
a lot of work, Ted. I commend you for all your efforts, man.
Yeah, it's going to look good. It's going to look really good. So you don't want to miss Owen's segment. So, and show us some video as part of that too.
For sure.
Yeah, okay, cool. By the way, this gentleman here, Tully Williams, I mentioned earlier, Tully's going to be here on After Dark on Wednesday night in 48 hours. He'll be here with the great Larry Sherman, and they'll be talking about service and parts together. Tully also opens the show on Monday morning at 9:05 a.m. So he opens the FixOps Roundtable.
He probably won't have any energy on Wednesday, so don't worry about that.
I know, right? So cool stuff. So what's next for you, Owen? Sorry.
What's next? Well, we got NADA coming up, so super excited for that. We got 2 booths, and I don't know if you got my picture, but I'll shameless plug here. We're giving away 2 inflatable hot tubs, so come by either one of the booths. We're in the West Hall, 3973W, and in the North Hall, 6913. So come by, check out what we're doing with Spark. Check out what we're doing with how kind of it's all coming together with some of the other trade pending products. And heck, who knows? You might leave there with an inflatable hot tub. So
that's awesome.
Awesome. How would we take it home in a plane? We'd have to ship it.
Probably ship it, yeah. I don't know if it'll be actually being used at the time. I could see. So Matt Davis is the marketing director for TradePending, and I could see him in some board shorts, just hanging out in the hot tub all week. But I don't know if that's
you also. Yeah. Are you up for any awards next week or no?
I don't think I am. No. Right. How about you?
Maybe. Possibly. So, Sean Kingery.
Oh, yeah, Sean. Get a hold of me, Sean.
Yeah, I like all that. And Claudia. Yes. Oh, I know whose dogs those are.
Sounds like a Chihuahua.
Pretty much is.
Owen did a segment last year on the roundtable, and we recorded it. He did a panel. He's moderating a panel. And I guess the dogs got loose at the end. And it sounded like he was getting attacked, and I had to actually pause the roundtable.
We had to restart it. It was like, okay, let's go again. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You know,
Small
so-
dogs are ruthless.
Well, true stuff. All right, so everybody, Tully Williams is going to stop by. Tully's going to be out there in Vegas next week. Okay, a little bit of preview of what is coming up. Owen Moon is going to be speaking at the FixOps Roundtable on Monday, representing TradePending, formerly FixOps Digital. He will be at the show. You don't want to miss that on Monday. Liza Borges will be here from Carter Myers Automotive doing a segment on the future of EVs. So don't miss Liza's segment. It's a panel, again, not to be missed. Barb Edson, the Executive Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer at CDK Global, will be with us to tell us what's in store at CDK. A lot of information is going to go down here at the FixOps Roundtable, stuff that you would have to wait for that other event at the end of the week if you'd even get to see it there. Also, Chris Walsh, the president of Reynolds & Reynolds, will be here with some big announcements. Ed Roberts is going to join us for that segment as well. Of course, everyone knows Brian Kramer. Brian will be with us as well with some big appraisal tools that are coming out. This gentleman here, Dr. Kent McDonald, the president of Northwood University, will be with us. He'll be with us on Monday morning right after Tully to help open up the show with this young lady, Lady Brooke Engelhardt, who is a marketing student at Northwood University. You don't want to miss that. Sam DeArc will be here. He's the chief operating officer. He oversees 44 dealerships in Western Michigan and Illinois at the Ziegler Automotive Group. Sam is in charge of those stores. He has a big panel coming up. First time on the roundtable. David Spisak will be here. This goes on and on, Owen. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of folks here at the roundtable speaking. Also, a couple big features that we just announced today. We're going to do a live segment with these gentlemen called Ask the Expert on Monday, January 29th, a week from today at 1:30 Eastern Time. You're going to be able to ask questions about warranty live to David Reinecke and Jason Tuck. They will be here to ask the expert to answer those questions. You don't want to miss that on the roundtable, as well as Lady Tiffany Peeler and Sir Skylar Chadwick will be here. Chivalrous, they say chivalry is dead, Owen. I don't think so. Brook.ai and Next Time are doing two big segments at the event on Monday and Tuesday. Of course, Sarah will be here with Steve Greenfield on Monday morning with the future of retail automotive. And this panel will be with us as well. This is the featured panel, Leading Change, and just a lot of info to come on the FixOps Roundtable.
You always bring the who's who, Ted. All the experts. I love it.
And that's just the taste, right? So
well, I always tell people, I say, I'm obviously marketing is my forte. It's what I've done for 24 years, went to school for it, all that good stuff. But I love the roundtable because for 4 days, I put my earpiece in, I'm doing my work, doing things, but I'm learning right along with everybody else because I feel like marketing can only be effective if you understand all the business, right? And it's changing so much, but people like Ed Roberts, Sean Kingery, all the people, Sarah Ventine, these guys and gals are experts. They know what they're doing. And I mean, if you are just looking for one little thing to make yourself better, you're going to find it in those 4 days. So I tell everybody, I was just at a 20 group last week and was telling everybody to get their free tickets at FixOpsRoundtable.com. So you might have some first time attendees this time. So
thank you all. All right, love it.
Awesome.
And Vanessa, give us the dates again and where we sign up for those complimentary tickets. Sorry.
Yes. So our next event, the Knights of the Roundtable, it is starting 1 week from today, January 29th through February 1st. Like Owen just said, it's 4 days. It's all virtual and online, so you can learn from the comfort of your own home. And you can get your complimentary tickets right now at FixOpsRoundtable.com. Yes, they are complimentary, and make sure to grab those before Friday.
Oh, and I see some friends in the chat, Timothy Wilson, Samantha Foster. Yep. Great to see you, Samantha. Yep, big show coming up here as well.
She was on my last panel. She's definitely a powerhouse.
Yeah, big powerhouse with that UVI. In fact, Samantha, we have on the show Bill Dumry. You know him as well, right?
Oh yeah, good friend of mine. Yep, and a great client of ours.
Yeah, he's going to be on the show. And when we last had him on a UVI panel, he was waiting for his first UVI. He's going to tell us on the show he's now up to 11 UVIs. So
wow,
at that at Tom Wood Automotive Group. So
they don't do anything small. Everything is big with the Tom Wood Group. So
yeah, like it all. So great show coming up. And Owen, thank you for tonight as well. So
yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Obviously, anything I can do to support you guys and keep the roundtable moving, because there's a lot of training and new products out there that people need to know about, and you always bring it to them. So I'm assuming next week's going to be no different.
Yeah, it's going to be a big show. So on behalf of Owen Moon, everybody, TradePending, Vanessa Collins, and Katrina Ness, I'm Ted Ings. We'll see you Wednesday night. One more show before the big event with Tully and Larry Sherman, bringing service and parts together. Thanks, everybody.